Back in December 2017, the electronic logging device law went into effect. By April 1, 2018, all drivers, regardless of size, had to be in compliance with the ELD law. Now, the ELD law would require that these drivers install a device within their trucks to record their hours of service electronically now instead of manually. Now, this device was touted as being something that would revolutionize trucking and certainly make trucking safer, cut down on accidents. Now, the question 5 years later is, has it lived up to those expectations? We're going to take a look at it and explore it, and we're going to talk about some interesting facts that could prove that the ELD law has not quite lived up to its expectations just yet. So come on inside, sit back, relax, and let's get down into the business. Now, one of the main objectives of the ELD law is to make sure that drivers are playing on the same playing field and operating by the same rules. And you know, it's quite easy to manipulate manual logs as compared to electronic logs. But is it just about compliance? Because if we just take a look at from a compliance standpoint, we can certainly make the argument that the ELD has been very successful. But I don't think it's just about compliance. I think it's more about what comes from compliance. Let's take a closer look. According to a study by researchers at the University of Arkansas, the ELD mandate, this study concluded did not result in any reduction of accidents. Its implementation correlated rather with an increase in both accidents and recorded unsafe driving incidents, specifically speeding. We're going to go back and talk about that here when I finish. It says that was specifically true for independent owner-operators who saw an 11.6% increase in accidents and small fleets of between 2 and 20 trucks with a 9% increase, this same study found. Now, did you notice that this study highlights independent owner-operators and small trucking companies between 2 and 20 trucks? And I think this is due to the fact that small trucking companies make up the biggest part of the trucking industry. But the research shows that these small trucking companies are now having more accidents. They're speeding more. And we know that speeding contributes directly to having more accidents. But why are truckers now speeding more now than they were prior to the ELD device? Well, I think that's due to the fact that now they're trying to pack their day inside of this 14-hour window, 11 hours of driving time. And they're slammed to the nose on that. They have to be exact. And small trucking companies may not be as good of planners as some of the bigger guys are. And they're having to rush. They're having to speed, and they're getting more tickets and having more accidents. Andrew Balthrop, research associate in the Sam M. Walton College of Business at the University of Arkansas, he stated, our results indicate that the electronic logging device mandate did not immediately achieve its goal of reducing accidents. Drivers have reacted in ways that the FMCSA has not fully anticipated, and these behaviors should be accounted for as the FMCSA revisits their hours of service policies. Also, a failure that can be associated with electronic logging device is the technical issues that come with using the device. They can sometimes cause disruptions, delays, especially for smaller carriers that are not used to dealing with these types of issues, don't have the same resources that larger carriers would have to be able to handle these issues. And last but not least, I think the ELD law has really failed drivers because it takes away the driver's ability to make his own decisions, to make judgment calls. For example, let's say that you have 30 minutes or 1 hour that you want to keep going to get to your next station. And of course, because of the ELD law, you have to shut it down wherever you are, and it could be safer. It could make a whole lot more sense for you to continue on, but you have to stop because of the law. I think that laws are meant to have some leeway. For example, if you're driving on a road that says the speed limit is 65, I think for most people it's okay if you went to 66 or 67 or maybe even 70 and you wouldn't expect to get a ticket. I think that should be the same way for truck drivers. There should be some flexibility as the law is concerned. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Certainly let us know what you think. Drop a comment in the comment section and let us know your thoughts. If you're interested in learning more about the freight broker business, I'll leave a free link in the description. It's my 5-video series and it's titled How the Load Movement Process Works. Gives you a chance to come into the office with me via video and you can watch me me as I move loads, talk to shippers and carriers to give you a better understanding of how this business works. And if you want to learn more about how the software that works that we use to move loads throughout the United States, I'm going to leave you a free video right here with a webinar that goes through the software step by step and shows you exactly how it works. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.